Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 137 of Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. Jesus Christ, let's get us some, let's get some scouting done. Ooh, some wolves, or a Stelagar. Ooh, a couple of them, fuck yes, let's get these fuckers killed, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Apparently I didn't get time for my attack, so fuck you guys. And ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize, I've got my heater on because it's getting a bit cold, so... Anyway, the man on the ground gasps for air, clutching his chest as he struggles. On closer examination, you see his red cloak obscures the full extent of his injuries. His face whitens as blood pools around him. Please, traveler. He reaches out arduously. Extending his hand to you. Health man. No, what happened? Forgetful, so careless. He mutters, blood seeping from his lips. Cuts on my knuckles from morning practice. He holds his blood-soaked hand out in front of him. The Stalwart, they smelled the blood on me. Thought they found their next meal. The man reaches down to clutch his left leg, his fingers running along a jagged length of bone protruding from his knee. They were almost correct. The man lets out a long sigh and smiles at you with a slow, knowing nod. You are known to us, Watcher. We know you have treated others fairly. His face becomes pale and lapses into a wide smile. And I have need of someone trustworthy to finish my mission. Tell me of your mission. This must be delivered to my order. The monk weakly grasps for his satchel, drawing from it a messenger scroll case. Take it, he rasps, waving the missive at you. It needs to be carried to Celestial Sapling. Give this to my brothers. They will reward you. Do not open it, he cries out, his voice cracking. The contents are for my brothers only. If the seal is broken, they will... Blood erupts from the man's mouth, streams of red oozing down his neck. His head slumps backward and his body goes still. Gonna examine the scroll case. The scroll case is crafted of darkly stained oak in the likeness of a thin tower. Along its length, 5 wax seals adorn the case, each with its own symbol: a small flame, an open palm, a crescent moon, a shining sun, and a balanced scale. The seals will more than likely break if you were to try and open the case. I'm gonna stow the scroll in my... but we're not gonna open it. You place the scroll in your pack and venture forward. It doesn't make sense for a character like that we've built to... ooh, I'm gonna loot him though. I mean, I'm not against looting. I mean, let's be honest. Right, so we've looked over here, so let's get ourselves over here for now. We need to go this way, but, you know... I want to finish exploring the map before I go anywhere. I like to know what I'm dealing with, as they say.
I'll stay out of sight.
So go see what's up here. This just looks to be something fucking completely useless, but like, it don't matter. Anyway, let's get across this now. So for now, let's just get ourselves off stealth, and we'll get ourselves over here. Right.
Light,
there we go.
flame, and sound.
Stealthing it up.
We'll keep to ourselves.
Anyone suspected of treachery must be reported at once.
A pale...
You've come. You have heard of the recent defections from our order caused by this apostate in Kratom.
A pale image of Farrells beckons you with the curl of translucent fingers. An answer floats on the surface of your consciousness, remembered from ages ago. Yes, I have.
This is a dangerous woman whose lies spread like plague. She inspires chaos, sows conflict. Because of these unusual circumstances, I am speaking to all our initiates personally to ensure there is no more dissension.
You mean because she was one of us?
Who she was no longer matters. If her following continues to grow, there will be war, and all our work will be undone. You were recruited from Kratom, were you not? You must have known this heretic woman, Yavara.
At hearing the name, a flood of memories pours into your mind. Well, you know what? We're gonna go. She was my sister. She's my sister.
This is deeply troubling. She cannot be your sister. Not anymore. For the love of the gods, you must destroy all feelings you have for her.
She stopped being my sister long ago.
She has become something new and terrible to all of us now. I am trusting you to remain loyal to the gods in this. If you do not, you will have greater powers than me to answer to. But you will answer to me as well.
I understand, Your Eminence.
I'll
Fucking
see what
cunt
I can
waffle.
find.
He is so lucky I can't kill him right this second. Because that cunt waffle fucking needs a good fucking stab in the rib. We'll get there. We won't have another, we won't lose again. Probably. Right. To Heartsong. Right, so we're here. That's Estra must still.
Estra more?
The warrior saunters over to you, a sneer of suspicion visible beneath the streaks of paint. He glances at you, your gear, before favouring you with a long look. Another fugitive from the burning city? The 6 tribes of Glanfef welcome you to Twin Elms. Before you lies the Heartsong district. You are free to explore it, but do not let your feet stray into the other districts. Those are forbidden to Estra woman. What can you tell me about Twin Elms? The city is sacred to all Glanfafans, as it is the place where our ancestors first encountered the Builders. That fated meeting turned our people from generations of wandering to a permanent home among the Builders' relics. When the Builders commanded us to settle here, they allowed us the unique privilege to live among their structures here. It is the only place in Glanfef where this is permitted. The sacred city is divided into 4 districts. Halfsong, the Commons district. Old Song, the site of our temples. Elm's Reach, home of the Delgamgan and Druids, and the Burial Isle, which is the most sacred of the places in the city. I'd like to be about Halfsong. This is Halfsong. It's a place where Glanfafans and East Warmen may gather together. It is also the site of the Pasture of the Six, where our tribal leaders, the Anamfafa, meet. He points to a large round building at the other end of the district. That way is the market. Guard your purse there. No one bargains like a Glanfafan. And if you need a place to stay, follow the fence to the east. There you will find the way to the Celestial Sapling. Which temples lie in the Old Song? There is Noonfrost, which is dedicated to Warmgrand. Oh, fuck, I hate words. A group of Pale Elves from the frozen Southlands arrived not long ago to oversee it. There is also the Nest, a temple of Hyla, and Galwain's Moor, a den of beasts dedicated to the god. The route to the Burial Isle also lies that way. Tell me about Elm's Reach. There lies Tier Iravon, one of the only towers of the Builder still in perfect condition. 2 grim elm trees twine around it. Even the mightiest works of the gods protect the works of the Builders. 2 Delimgan sisters dwell there now. The Hall of the Warriors stand at the other end of the district. Rumor has it that the Anamfaf, Zibcom of Free Tusks, Selagar is there now. Elm's Reach is also where the Druids keep their halls. There are the Ovates of the Golden Grove and the Ifik Knoll of Blood Sands. Many shudder at the burial sacrifices of the Ifik Knoll, but the High Ovate Urna is just as powerful in her own way. My watcher friend, whoever pipes up from behind you, I would be honoured to accompany you to Elm's Reach to meet those druids, though I'm a bit wary of any circle with a reputation for brutal sacrifices. Do you know anything about the Burial Isle? It is a place where Anamfaf are laid to rest among stones placed by the Builders. They say the souls of some of the Amafan still linger there. The way lies through Old Song. It is the holiest place in all of Twin Elms. That's all I want to know about the city. Something else you wish to hear? Why is it forbidden to enter the remaining districts of Twin Elm? Twin Elms is a sacred city built where the first keepers of the stone met the builders. It exists alongside the works of the builders and is the only place in all of Irgonfaf where it is permitted to set foot among these sacred places. The Easterwomen, however, do not have proper respect for the stones here. His words trigger something in your memory. You see an image of a perfect cube of Adra. Just as quickly, the image fades. A leader of one of the tribes could give you permission of the city. Give you the permission of the city. Only Amanafaf Bethwell is present in the passage of the Six today, and she has her own troubles. He jerks his head at a long hut in the middle of the district. You have other questions about Twin Elms? I haven't heard of the Keepers of the Stone. The oldest of the 6 tribes, he points the tip of his sword at the long hut behind him. Up the stairs and into the passage of the 6. This is where our Anamfafa gather. Bethwell, the oh fucking hell, why do they put random fucking letters in this? Anamanfaf of the guild guided compass can tell you more. Who are the builders? You know them as the Ingwiffins. To us they are the builders, creators of the sacred places that we guard to this day. I'll keep your words in mind. Best that you keep your visit brief. Word has reached our ears that the riots have ended and the gates of Defiance Bay have opened once more. Well, mate,
This place always so green?
I didn't fucking hell, that's cool. That is some fucking cool architecture. I like this. Yeah, fuck it, we're gonna go in here first, I guess. So let's try not to. Oh, let's look at this. Oh, it's the it's showing the different thing. And yeah, I've stopped reading those ages ago because they're just a pain in the ass at this point.
Another Estra. What do you want?
A middle-aged Orlan woman stands at the back of the longhouse, an expression of irritation on her narrow features. As you approach, she takes a decisive step towards you. I'm looking for another who passed through the city.
Few Estramoran are given the freedom of our sacred city. That you ask for this person is suspicious. There are reasons we don't let you Estramoran roam our sacred city. Reasons I am coming to understand.
Has something happened recently? More than I care to think about.
Looters have grown bolder at the sites of the builders. The people of Defiance Bay set fire to their own city. And every week, the 3 Tusk Stelgar bring news of more desperate settlers pushing at our borders, trying to escape their plague of Anolfane children.
Suddenly, you feel the presence of someone else in the hall. The Anamanfef continues to glare at you, but something has stepped out of her skin. It reaches out to you.
Permitting more strangers the freedom of the city is out of the question right now. Go and be thankful that Anamfath Shimak doesn't sit in the passage of the 6 today. He would not be so kind as I.
A vision of an Orlan man appears near Bethwell. He has the same green-brown fur and hazel eyes as she does. Help me reason with them. He points behind you. Turning you to the ghostly shapes of 5 of Anamfafa. Another Orlan with twiny fur and a scarred face, a frowning dwarf, a black-furred Orlan, and 2 elves. Who's the other Orlan? He looks just like you. A scowl creases around her face. Is your idea a joke? Your kind have no sense of subtlety. The spectral Orlan takes another step from her, setting his foot down with a slow, heavy motion. Tendrils of essence strain between them as he grimaces and leans forward, as if struggling against a gale. The angry Anamnfaf winces. War, the spectral Orlan voices a rasping croak. They're headed for war. Remind them of Farrell's decision. Does Farrells Warning mean anything to you? Farrell's soul image gasps. Taut threads of essence tug at him, drawing him back into the Anamphath. He looks up at you again. I try to tell them. The builders' souls have touched even the Estra woman.
You'd better explain yourself.
The two attending tribesmen look from their oh fuck, I hate these words. To you, their swords at the ready. Her slitted pupils narrow. You better explain. Oh yeah, she's already said that. The builders' souls have touched even the Estra.
There's no way you could have known this saying. Not unless you are a Galuth on Anams, a watcher of souls.
Yes, I'm a watcher. She nods. That explains much.
Farrells Warning came before the Broken Stone War. Farrells, my ancestor on my mother's side, was Anamphath of our tribe then. When the Estramoric farmers defiled the builders' monuments, Farrells urged the other Anamphatha to patience, but louder, angrier voices prevailed. Farrells believed that the invaders could be taught to respect the builders as we do. He also believed the builders' souls had spread to all peoples, and that we should avoid needless conflict with others. More practically, he worried that a violent response would only spur further bloodshed across the generations, and you can see where we are today.
After 2 wars with the Deerwood, his warning is more relevant than ever.
While Farrells' words were shrewd, they were ignored back then. Simply remembering his warning now will not undo the wars and the changes that the years have seen. There is blood on these stones, and that is all anyone remembers now.
An image of a polished Adra cube flashes into your mind. There is writing on the sides, but the image is too faint for you to read. The Anamphath turns away from you and looks at the ground, gnawing at pointed claws. You can't change the past, but your choices now still matter. She looks at you sadly. Yes, that is the problem.
Another Estramor came through here a few days ago, and, well, letting him through was a mistake. One I am eager not to repeat. The Guided Compass tribe has a reputation for being too soft with Estramoran. One that will not be improved by my failure to stop this man, who has desecrated our most sacred sites.
That sounds like the man I came here to stop.
I won't repeat a mistake in my haste to correct it. We bar Twin Elms from Estramoran to protect the ancient places that the builders left behind. The builders left this heritage to us to defend, but they alone had access to it. On this much, at least the 6 tribes agree.
You again see the polished Adra cornerstone in your mind. This time the image is clear. Each face of the stone is inscribed with a phrase you know by heart. You feel your lips from the words. A gift from the builders of civilization to the guardians of their legacy. May the guardians watch the door while the builders keep the key.
These were the words given to the keepers of the stone.
I know.
Very well. The city is yours to explore. Tell the guard at the gate that you come to see the cornerstone with the blessing of the Guided Compass. If the gods have truly returned one of the builders to us, find the Delimgon of Ter Evron in Elm's Reach. If the gods have sent you here with a purpose, the Delimgon will know.
In the meantime, I shall be here to assist you. What are the 6 tribes? Glanfathon society is divided into tribes which are further divided into clans. Each tribe is united by a particular history or way of life, and clans are communities of families and that live together. In truth, there are more than 6 tribes, with the 6 largest traditionally than the others. Each of the 6 tribes have a seat in the Passage of the Six, where we discuss matters of the common interest. You saw, for instance, the debate that occurred before Broken Stone War. She gives you a hesitant look. The 6 tribes that are the keepers of the stone, Fisher Crane, Three-Tusked Stelgar, Stone Bramble, Twice Split Arrow, and of course the Guided Compass. Well, we're going to ask these questions in the next part, ladies and gentlemen, because unfortunately we're going to have to inspire. If you guys enjoy it, see you guys in the next part. See you guys then.